Yo, welcome to my second episode of my monthly favourites video series. This one we're looking at May. I'm aware it's June, but look, I thought I would do it anyway. I'm a perfectionist, so what can I say? And just as a reminder, this series is where I'm going to talk about things that I've been enjoying from the previous month, things that I've bought, things that I've enjoyed reading, listening to, watching, anything and everything that I think is worth sharing. As always, I'll leave everything in the description, so I'll leave links and I'll also leave timestamps so you can jump around to the different bits that you're interested in. So let's get straight into it. Today we're going to be looking at a pair of running shorts that I'm really enjoying, a fitness app that I think is really helpful and it's done me a massive favour pretty much since the start of lockdown, an amazing little card game that'll help you while away the hours, it's great fun, and then finally a book that I've been really enjoying, which is Happy by Derren. I just finished it a couple of weeks ago. It took me ages to read and it's absolutely superb. So let's start. Where have I put the shorts? So my Nike running shorts, here they are in all of the glory. I've had loads of running shorts over the past few years. I've bought pretty cheap ones quite a lot and they're often a bit naff. They don't have zip pockets or they don't fit that well or they just aren't that very good quality. And in June I decided that I'm going to run every day. So I thought, let's get some decent pairs of shorts, and I ended up coming across these. So these are the Nike Running Flex Stride 2-in-1 shorts. The reason the 2-in-1 is because they have this liner inside them. So that's probably the first reason why I really love these shorts. The liner is super well fitted, it doesn't ride up too much, keeps everything where it should be, as you can imagine, and it's just really comfortable and really nice to wear. Definitely an improvement on some of the cheaper shorts I've had previously. I've had New Balance ones and stuff like that, and often the inner lining doesn't really stay snug to your upper thigh and it'll ride up or it'll be too stretchy, it'll be too long. So yeah, it's a really good start. And I think you'd expect that. I mean, I think these cost me about 35 quid, so you'd expect a good quality inner liner. As I mentioned, a lot of the shorts that I usually used to have don't have a zip pocket, and it's really annoying if you drive somewhere and you want to go for a run. Often what I would do is I would tie the key to the drawstring and have it right against my stomach, which is obviously really annoying. So these are great because they've got a, can you really see that? Yeah, you can sort of see the zip there. So let me just unzip it. They've got a zip compartment at the back, which is literally phone size, so you can imagine that fits in my iPhone 12 mini perfectly. And it's also got a little, you know what, I've actually just noticed this, it's got a little tiny pocket at the back, just there. Oh, you can't really see it because it's bloody black, isn't it? But anyway, it's there. I assume that's for a key or something. But yeah, the zip pocket is obviously a massive benefit. It means that I can carry out my phone with me and I don't need to worry about it falling out my pockets or anything like that. And it's actually really cool because where this pocket sort of sits on your back is pretty much just above your tailbone. So it means that the weight isn't sort of pulling down the shorts, it's in a nice position. So no complaints from me there. Then if you're off to a disco, you've got reflective little panels on the shorts. You've got the tick on the front, this is on the back, you know, something for everyone. And finally, it's made from 75% recycled polyester. Might have come from bottles, I think, so it wasn't a completely guilty purchase. So yeah, no complaints from me. These are really cool shorts. I actually have two pairs. The other pair is in the wash, so I'm really sorry, but I'll link them both below. I do prefer these ones. The other ones are a sort of kind of a bottle green. They're kind of cool, but they are, I think the colour needs to grow on me a little bit, basically. So that's that for shorts. Then on to the next thing, which I've been really enjoying. I say I've been enjoying this last month, but actually I've been using the FiiT Fitness App since lockdown last year. Just getting it up in front of me. Here it is, FiiT. And it's basically an amazing fitness app. It has a huge suite of classes and yoga and stretching and all sorts. So at the moment it's really good for me because I'm running every day. I also need to do a lot of stretching to try and make sure that I don't get any tightness or any injuries or anything like that. And I've been doing a little series of lower body stretches by Derren, which I really recommend. It's called Post-Run Stretch for runners. There's 4 of them and they're all brilliant and they've really been keeping me going. I've actually been using this pretty much since the start of lockdown, and like I said, it's got a nice mix of resistance and weight training. So if you don't really fancy going back to the gym yet, then this is a perfect companion for you. Then it's got the Rebalance Studio, which is all of the stretching and yoga and all that sort of stuff. And then my enemy in life, which is the cardio part. So if you just see here, so you've got, yeah, cardio, strength, rebalance. So it's a perfect mix. It's basically everything you would need. There's loads of live classes. The instructors are amazing on it. And yeah, it's a massive recommendation from me. It's really good if you're at a point where you think about going back to the gym, but you might not have that level of fitness yet. Stick this on for a couple of months and you'll be ready to go. I think one thing that's worth saying is there's always offers on this app. you can usually get some kind of student discount, or I'll drop a referral link below if you're interested, which will get you some money off. And yeah, just make sure you don't pay full price for it. It can add up a little bit, especially compared to a gym membership. So yeah, make sure you get a little discount and then you'll be on your way. So that's that for the fitness app, FiiT. But going from work to play brings us on to this amazing little game that I've been playing recently, which is Monopoly Deal. Picked this up a couple of weeks ago and actually played it for the first time like a week ago, and it's bloody brilliant. I love it. First of all, I should probably say I love Monopoly. I also claim to be the best Monopoly player I know. Big claim, I know. Problem with Monopoly is that you get a lot of strife when you play, if you know what I mean. It's a lot of arguments and people are always getting pummeled in the game. Whereas Monopoly Deal is great because it's super easy to pick up. You don't really have somebody that's getting trampled the whole game, and it's just loads of fun. The rules are simple, it's cheap on Amazon, I'll leave a link below. And the cards look really nice, so let me just show you. They're all sort of in keeping with like, I'll just show you some individual ones. That's that one. So you've got the Angel Islington. I used to play football in Angel. So yeah, the cards are really cool. It's really easy to learn. I had the instructions in front of me when I first played it and taught 3 other people how to play, and we got there just fine, and it was really fun. Actually no, it was 4 people, because you can play this game with 2 to 5 people, so it's also really good if you're on a train with a mate, or you know, if you're on a long car journey, you just while away the hours, pick this out, and yeah, probably spend like an hour playing it because it's actually really fun. So, big recommendation from me there. And then last but not least, definitely not least, is this amazing book that I've just finished, Happy by Derren Brown. Like I said, it took me ages to read, but it never felt like a drag, and I think that's really important. I wish I could show you the paperback version of it because it's a beautiful yellow cover, it's got nice blue writing. Instead, you're gonna have to settle for the Kindle version, which is black and white, a little bit boring. So sorry about that, just make sure the light's on it. At some point I'll do a proper review of this book because I think it's worth it, and there's loads of thoughts that I have had from it, and it's been a really nice learning experience. Came at a really good time for me actually. But I think what's useful for now to say is how brilliant this book is, and who'd have thought that Derren Brown was such an amazing, engaging, relatable, funny, intelligent writer. It's not a huge surprise now I look at him again, but yeah, fair play to him. So in this book it sort of touches on the Stoic way of thinking. This is all the way back in the ancient Greek times about there's loads of different elements to it, but one of the main ones that stuck out to me is about how a lot of the Stoics would reframe the way they thought about things in terms of like, oh, it's raining outside, and my brain will automatically tell me, oh, that's absolutely terrible, what a bad day this is that it's raining. But actually, when you think about it, if it rains, it's neither morally good, it's not morally bad. The universe doesn't really care or not whether it's raining on Earth. But by having that voice in your head that tells you, oh, this is bad, you've made the story about it being a bad thing. So by recognizing that you're making that story in your head, and by sort of changing the way you're thinking, you can stop those thoughts, almost like putting out a match before it lights, and sort of say, it's alright, it's fine, you know, it's fine that it rains. I've probably butchered that a little bit, it's quite hard to explain. It's a good testament to Derren Brown about how well he explained it in the book. There's loads of other bits as well. He also touches on how the pursuit of happiness, which when the ancient Greeks were thinking about it, was a huge thing. Everybody was thinking about ways to enjoy life more and to be happier and what it meant to be happy. But then as the spread of Christianity went through Europe and the world, that sort of fell away, and believing in God was the way to be happy, sort of. Then it got to around past the Middle Ages, it got to around the Renaissance period. I think it's the Renaissance period, it might be the Romantic. Either way, people started to re-uncover the learnings and the teachings of the ancient Greeks. I realised actually it was alright to try and be happy and not have strife and toil in the fields all day. So that's really interesting. And it finishes talking about how to reframe the way you think about death and getting old, and I thought that was actually really impressive as well. So yeah, I think this is an amazing book that should really be recommended to anybody at any point in their life. It certainly came at a good time for me, and I think that everybody will benefit from reading this. So this is my #1 book recommendation for anybody that asks me what to read next. It's absolutely amazing. I will leave a link below. So there we have it. That's the 4 things that I've enjoyed over the previous month. We've looked at my night running shorts, we've looked at the FiiT app, we've looked at Monopoly Deal, an amazing little game, and then finally Happy by Derren Brown, which you absolutely have to go and read if you're still watching it at this point. Like I said, links to everything will be below. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and leave a like if that's the case. Bear in mind that this series is all about things that I've been enjoying and things that I've really liked doing and things that make me happy. If you want to see 5 ways that I've made my life a bit happier and a bit healthier, then click here. Really cool, quick little video about 5 habits that are really beneficial, and hopefully you'll like it. So I'll see you there. If not, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.